EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Matt Ioannidis bullying his way in and sticking him to the turf.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try in the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Taking it right down Broadway. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Mark that down as a punt return of 78 yards. And the Panthers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. First possession resulted in a punt. What does Mr. Davis predict for possession number 2?
I'm looking forward to seeing what they had down on their play sheet, because most teams start with that script, that so-called script, about things they want to do. Some of those plays are used to probe, and some of those plays are used to attack. I think they're going to try to attack on this possession.
All right, let's see what happens. Will they attack? Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Swift. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They'll try it now with Swift. And some room to work. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And now they'll throw with Lance. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact and then go deep.
Forced out to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. The Lance now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They were so close, that close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Myers' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Start on the ground with Hubbard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Darnold. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Darnold now to throw. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Hubbard. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Lions will take over. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. because mentally you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Lance looking to throw it. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. Take it at the 37. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
He's going to air it out deep for Green. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Foreman. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Off of play action, Darnold. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. Touchdown! Terrace Marshall, an 11-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. On play action, Lance. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The big fella. 20, 10. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Lance now on first down. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
He's got a man, complete. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
And Lance's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expected miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps. And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up with safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot, because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone.
Now Brown, he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Gonzalez now to have the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the 2 points always stings, but they can put this in the end zone. You can make it a 2-score swing.
That stinging is probably that shot you take to the body. But now they
throw it across his body, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. After the interception, here's Darnold. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it. And they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put it into the end zone, but they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 77 yards. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Panthers 31, Lions 12.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
So first that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 22, Lance making the catch. This is the tight end, Oliver. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Josh Oliver in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The extra point now coming from Myers. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12.
Makes the score Panthers 31, Lions 19.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. From the 6. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Now following the sack, Darnold and Carolina left with a 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Panthers 31, Lions 26.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The Lance going to throw. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And the ball is knocked out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Here's Lance to throw it. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Again, it's Foreman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After the run by Foreman, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. They find some open field here. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. 61 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Faking the give, Darnold. He'll buy some time right. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Hubbard will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers have answered back with a 3rd-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
They'll try and throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. Well, the penalty takes them all the way back to the 12. You don't see many 2-point conversions that go in from the 12, do you?
No, you really don't, but in a strange way, it actually opens up the field a little bit, maybe expands what you can call on offense, and they took advantage of it.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance, he's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup.
On the double.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10. Give them a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Here's Lance. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw, it's Lance. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Lance looking to throw it. This one caught over the middle. It's Oliver, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Lance going to sneak it, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run again with Foreman, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Off of play action, Darnold checks this down to Hubbard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. A carry for Foreman. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there. there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Coming up on 2nd and 7. To throw is Darnold. Gets this to Moore. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Darnold to throw. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Here's Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Lance looking to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Here's a toss play right to Swift. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So nothing of importance there, just the season on the line. And he puts it home to likely get them through to the division round.
If you're a fan, you're watching this one with your hands over your eyes. But if you're a kicker, this is what you practice for all season long. And this one was never in doubt.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that
Come with your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show.